So Apache Kafka is one of the important tools that are frequently used today for all kinds of data layers and data processing infrastructures that focus on, let's say, event-driven or stream-like processing. Yeah, and also in our exercise some weeks ago when we were designing this kind of simplified architecture for the Lambda and Kappa architectures, most of you actually proposed Apache Spark. So that's fine. Not Apache Spark, sorry, Apache Spark is one of the topics here. No, Apache Kafka, Kafka. Okay, so last time we learned about what Kafka is. It's kind of an event processing platform that stores or you send data to in terms of events or of kind of messages that are queued inside the Kafka cluster and then processed by kind of receivers that listen to a certain queue. So it's a mechanism for asynchronous communication and with all the advantages that it has, but it's for very high volume and high speed processing messages. Okay, so let us have a look on our environment. I think last time some of the groups. So my question is, did the group succeed? Did you succeed in completing that? Last time, not these groups here, but the exercise groups of last time. I think last time we already saw some components. Maybe one of the group that had a working solution last time might wants to share your solution, present your solution. At least I've seen, I think, 2 working setups.
Hello, Professor. I and Robert could install Kafka. If you mean that, we can share our solution.
Yeah, you had a solution. I think. Yeah. Please share what we in the last exercise.
Yes. I just need some seconds to access the solution. If you allow me.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Okay, I can now share my screen.
Yes, you can. I think it should work. I enabled it.
Yes.
And just kick me out and.
Okay. Yes. Here is our Docker Compose YML file.
Yeah, sorry, yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So the interesting part is the Docker Compose, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what did you add?
And we had MongoDB. Okay, it's fine. And we had Zookeeper.
Yeah.
It was necessary to run a Kafka. And we have Kafka, and we have also Kafka UI.
Yes.
They are different containers, and yes, after composing up this Docker file, and it takes a little bit time, and but after that it worked.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe you could you share your solution? I mean, only the Docker Compose.
Yes, sure. How I can do it? You mean sending the code in chat, maybe?
Yeah, in the chat, for example. Yeah, and then I can and then.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Maybe you can also now, and after it works. So for the others, just for those who did not have.
Sure,
I think this is more or less the solution that should be achieved.
Sure. Yeah. So I stopped sharing my screen.
So maybe you can you also introduce the. Have you tested it? Can we see the topics? UI?
Yes. There is character limit for sending the whole Docker Compose in the chat.
Okay.
Maybe I just send a part of that just for the
maybe you could share the document. Would that be possible? You could share the document, not in the chat.
Okay, let's see. Yes.
I'm not sure if this works here. Maybe I'm wrong.
I am trying right now. Yes.
Yeah, but I think there's a button at the bottom where you can add a file.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I sent that. Okay, now composing up, you mean again?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, but it should start the sharing, I think. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I can compose up.
some time.
Yes. Professor, I think it's done.
Yes, right. Let's see. Okay, so now maybe you can now log into the web UI and demonstrate how it works. So it's port 8080, localhost port 8080
Yes.
for the browser.
Okay. I should share entire screen.
Yeah, probably. Otherwise, we don't see the window.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so now we see the UI of the Kafka cluster that you run locally in the Docker. And on the left-hand side, you see the topics, the consumers, the brokers, and so on. So you now could create a topic, for example, to send something to. So you can. So a topic is like a queue. It's something where you can send messages to in the Kafka language or Kafka notation. So let's call it whatever, hello or something. I think this is one.
Number of partitions?
Yeah, partitions. One.
One, yes.
Maybe just create topic. I think it's the defaults are fine.
Yes. There is server error.
Server error while creating admin client for customer call. Okay. Do we see something on the log on the console from the? Maybe there's still some configuration issue. Let's look at the Docker console maybe.
Here, you mean?
Oh, no, on the console in the Docker GUI, Docker UI here. There we see the log.
It is Kafka. We may need to run this one as well, right?
It's not running. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes. Then
maybe reload page.
Yes. No, it exists.
Is the Kafka? Maybe let's go back to the maybe it kills it. So let's go back to the Docker.
Docker. Yes.
The Kafka is fall down. Maybe can you go to the image and see the logs? So just click on the container in Docker.
And the container in Docker, yes.
In Docker here on the Kafka. Yeah. Now one down.
Yes.
Now click on that. Exception. Here's a missing required configuration process roles, which has no default value. Okay. Let me share my. Yeah, you need to add to the parameters. I think you need to add something in the Docker Compose, because it seems not to post it to the chat.
Okay.
Judge. Please add this configuration line to the environment of Kafka to tell the Kafka instance what which roles it should take. Maybe it seems that there's missing configuration.
Here is Kafka.
This one. Yeah,
Kafka, yes.
Just add it to this config in the environment section. Here.
Yes, and again, compose up, right?
I compose down first or restart. You need to restart it because it's running. So compose restart.
Down.
Now you can go up again.
Oh, it's getting down every time.
Still?
Yeah. Is it possible to open the Kafka configuration in the Docker file? Because I had the same issue. And It was with the port as well, with the plain text that we use for the Kafka CFG configuration.
Uh,
Mm, sorry, I didn't get. Should I do anything right now?
No, let me maybe I take over and try mine. I think
Yes.
it's basically it's correct what you're doing. There's still some issue. There must be an error, missing error. Um, let's see. I will share my screen. I have a similar but not completely identical version. Yeah,